Recording. GPT is maximum of 64 petabyte. That's why petabyte gagamitin natin. GPT. Okay? Kasi malalaking disk to eh. Replica, supported server-to-server copying of the block. You can also do cluster-to-cluster. Let's say, one cluster sa Singapore to another cluster in Philippines. Na pwede. And you can implement sa stretch clustering. Pag sinabing stretch, meron kang data center, let's say Makati, and then di enough yung space, in-stretch mo sa BGC. Kasi meron kang new facility dun sa BGC. So, kukonect mo yun. Kung meron kang 10 petabytes sa BGC, then connect mo sa Makati, yung 10 petabytes, so meron kang 20 petabytes. So, you're just stretching the storage. Then, only one-to-one replication supported, meaning one site to another site. Okay? Or one server to another server. Okay? Hindi transparent. Hindi pwedeng jump sa pangatlong server. No? And so on. So, yan ang replica. So, virtual machine, if you use Hyper-V replica, pwede mag-run. Pwede mo i-store mga virtual machine doon. Okay? So, ano ba itsura ng virtual machine? Diba? Dito meron tayong 4 virtual machines. Okay, kita ba sa screen? 4 virtual machines. And then, anong location yung virtual machine na yan? So, if you're gonna go C:\VM, dito ko nilagay yan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yan ang mga virtual machine. Yan, server VHD. 3.7 gig. Okay? Server 2, 3 gig. Yan ang mga virtual machine. Na? So, saan nilalagay ito? Sa storage replica. So, just in case na if the first site fail, meron kang replica to another site. Gets niya? Yung kanina, di ba? If first disk fail, may replica sa pangalawang disk. This one, host level. Pag nawala yung host, no, totally na damage, di sira yung server niyan. So that's why you need replica. No? Ano nilalagay sa replica? Yung server, yung VHD. Okay? VHD yan. Sysvol, hindi pwede. Yung NTFS, hindi pwede. File server, pwede. Microsoft Exchange, hindi pwede mag-replica. Okay, kasi ano to transactional. Every seconds may update. SQL Server, pwede. No? And so on. Napakadami. Napakadami. No? Server to server, used to use PowerShell to implement server to server copying. Okay, so which means, which involves the following requirements. So, kailangan meron kang domain. Okay? So, dito sa server natin, meron tayong domain. If you log in sa server 1, makikita nyo, so meron akong link na binigay na rin sa inyo. I-click mo lang itong server 1, ko-connect ka na dun sa server 1 natin. Napakabilis. Ayan, no? Okay? Meron din ako server 2. Just open up server 2. We have the server 2. Server 3, double-click lang yung link. Server 3. Okay? So, ginawa ko na yan. Ready-made din. Ready-made. Paano gawin yan? Gagawin natin yan. When we come to Hyper-V topic. Server 4. Yan. Kiniklik ko na lang kasi sinave ko yung credential. So, I don't have to enter the username, password ng paulit-ulit. So, we have 4 servers. Malinaw, we have 4 servers. Kita ba?
Yes, sir, kita.
Okay, thank you. So, going back dito, so kailangan meron kang domain. So itong server 1 natin is the domain controller. So just type dsa.msc, sulat nyo yun, directory service admin. So lalabas yung Active Directory. Okay? So ang domain name is nexus.corp. Okay, nexus.corp. Then the way you log in, dapat maglalagin kayo as a domain, nexus/administrator. Okay, so how will you know kung nakalagin ka as a domain admin? When you click this one, lalabas dito, .nexus. Okay? Another way to test is, medyo maliit, ano? Sige, lakihin natin. 20. Yan. Another way to test is, type nyo, who am I? Okay, so if you see, Nexus, that's the domain. Administrator, this is the domain admin. Okay? And then, pwede kayo mag-PS session. Enter PowerShell session. papunta sa server 1. Okay, pasok na ako. Nasa server 1 na ako. So ito yung server 1, nasa kaliwa ko, pero ako nasa server 2. I was able to connect using PowerShell session. So that means para ako nag-SSH. Okay, tatype ko sino ako? Hostname, server 1. Ito yan, server 1. No? So nakakonect ako. So that's how you jump. No? So you don't directly login sa console. Okay? Practicing nyo yan later on. Okay, ito yung server 1. Okay, so meron tayong 4 servers. Now, gagawa tayo ng, hindi mo na cluster to cluster kasi medyo advanced na to. No? But this is the procedure to create stretch clustering. No? Kung gusto nyo gawin to. That will be possible. Okay, pero hindi yun ang gagawin ko. Ang gagawin natin is this one. Itong disk and storage. Saan na yan? Server storage pala. No? So, hanap na ako ng script ko. So, I created a script about storage. So, ito yung script natin, which I will give you later on. So, number 9. So, SAN storage array creation using RAID technology. So, meron tayong ISE dito. Yan. So, I'm gonna delete that one and paste, open up the script. I'm using ISE. Excuse me. Saan na yun? SAN storage. Okay. Yan, kitang-kita, no? Malinaw ba? Malinaw. So, mas maganda i-run mo to sa, so nakalagay naman dito, no? So, saan natin i-run to? Sa server 1. No, server 1. So, punta na kayong server 1. Mamaya, hindi pa yun. So, ma-max out ko to so everyone can see. So, display max out. Okay? Then, save. Connect. Ayun, connected na ako. Huh? Yan. And then, I'm gonna share the script dito sa ating script pane. Control V to copy. Ay, asan yan? Teka, copy ko ulit. Hindi siya na-copy. Control A, Control C. Then move nyo sa VM, Control V. Dito ako sa server 1. Server 1. So this is our domain controller, server 1. Then let's check kung nakalagi na domain admin. Yan, nakalagi na ako sa domain admin. Malinaw, malinaw. Ito na, gagawa na tayo ng storage. So first of all, we need to install file server feature na merong iSCSI target. So this is the command. Okay, so rarun ko na dito. Ngayon, tingnan niyo ha. Ayan, so it's installing the feature right away. So wag niyo nang i-type kasi medyo mahirapan kayo. Bakit? Wrong spelling pa. No? So what do you mean by this? So success, is it true? Yes. So successful installation. Do we need to restart? Nakalagay dito, no need na. Okay, exit code success. What did we install? We installed the iSCSI target feature. So I'm gonna show you ano itsura nun. Go to server manager. And then malalabas ditong yung kanina, no? File server storage and ayan, file and storage services. Kanina, di ba storage pool? So hindi na tayo concerned dyan. We are gonna use iSCSI feature. Ayun na. iSCSI. Okay? So, na-install ko na yung iSCSI. That's why it's appearing. Okay? Next step is let's verify if iSCSI target is running. So this is the command. Get iSCSI target. Okay? Walang error. So that means it's running. You know? And from here, you can see may iSCSI. Okay?